version. This one is the walnut version.
Good evening, all.
Hi, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Is the slide visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
So let's start. I think last session, no, like we were going through the restructuring process. So things to be considered and points to be noted, or the activities, the pre-restructuring activities to be, like followed before the actual restructuring starts. So I'll give you a quick glance. So the first point being secure the, the owner's personal assets and, like personal, I mean, the owner's the overall, the capital of the company. And second one is let your employees know that like you're going to start a restructuring in your organization. so that no, like you don't have to suddenly start the process and you don't have to like confuse them. Okay, so just gather them for a meeting, and you can ask your departmental managers to like deal with the subject. There is no like they can inform the employees about all the employees for that matter. They can inform them about the that the restructuring is going to happen in the company, and for what purpose it is being planned and it will be executed, and which department will be concentrated for that matter, and like where the restructuring will be happening in the company, or if the restructuring is to happen, no, the overall restructure will be happening in the company. So whatever, have a clear communication with the employees. And the third one is don't suddenly start with the restructuring process. That is previous restructuring, before restructuring, go for small initial changes you want to make. It is lay the basement, so soft and ready, so that employees don't get disintegrated during the restructuring process. So if you're going in this, if you're following this, so your employees in the organization, they will understand that this is the process, and after some time if the actual restructuring is happening, so they don't get agitated by the process. And fourth point being inform your other stakeholders as well, not only your employees, your other stakeholders in the industry, that your company is going for this particular restructure, because there may be gossips in the industry that your company is going through some change, and they won't have any idea about what would be the effects of this restructuring. And then you can also know if you belong to the top management, you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, you're running the whole business, and you're planning for restructuring, so you have to follow all these things. If you're in charge of a department and your top management is deciding to go for any restructuring, and you are entrusted by those C category people, that is the top management people, to go on with the process, to take on with the process, and you are in the position to deal with all the restructuring processes, and you have to inform the other employee, that is your subordinates, and no other workers in the organization. So you have to follow the same steps. And then the as a company owners or as an entrepreneur, if you're running your own organization, so you don't have to stick yourself to the day-to-day activities, and there is no day-to-day restructuring process. You can entrust this process to the departmental heads, or you can assign an agency, either an outside agency or someone within your organization, a group of people for this matter, and they can take care of the restructuring process, and all you have to do is monitor. So in the meantime, you can, like as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, or as an investor, maximum investor in the organization, you can concentrate on your core businesses. There is core businesses in the sense, how to generate more revenue to the company, and restructuring is the best time to go with new product line. That is introduce new products or services from your company. So it always clicks. So you can you keep working on the core businesses. Let the departmental heads take care of the restructuring process. You have to monitor their the workflow. So that is all you have to do. So we have two types of restructuring. One is financial and one is operational. Operational in the sense, either the company can go with the overall operation rebuilding or remodeling, or they can just concentrate on one particular operation in any department. If it is in case of finance, the company can go with overall financial restructuring, or it can just concentrate on one particular project or department where there is no control over the cost. So if the company is facing heavy loss because of one particular activity which is not so fruitful, they can just concentrate on that particular activity or project, and they can do the restructuring. Let the other departments don't get disturbed. So these were the points we were going through last week. So yes. Now, while restructuring, no, like the company organization can go with no, like few other options uh, like selling out or no, like carving out their capital or equity shares or whatever, no, like so they can go with these options as well. So if the company is no huge, that is no, if the company is huge or the company is no like small enough, but the operations are no like very extensive. So in that case, part of the operations can be outsourced to other agency or other company, and the core let the core activities alone happen in the parent company, so that can be done, so that no there is no I mean you don't have to know like stress out everything no like by managing all the business process. So part of the functions which doesn't need restructuring, it can be processed out, that is it can be no like outsourced to the other agency, some outside agency or no like some outside team of people who can no handle it very well. So things or departments or projects which requires restructuring, so that can be no like done by the parent company itself. So other than that, they have no like for an organization there is no like other alternative destitute divestitute structures as well. So out of them no like they have no like I mean no like most of the companies go for no like three basic ways. There is no sell off, equity carve out, and spin off. So sell off is something no like which the company sells off few of its shares or few of its activities. It's not outsourcing, it's no like selling it off. There is no the shares being sold out or no the I mean a part of operations being sold out, completely sold out, where the ownership is completely transferred to other company or other agency. And equity carve out is something no related to no like IPO. That is no like the shares can be no like introduced to the public, and no like if public is interested or any shareholder is interested, they can buy the shares of the company. So in this way, no like even the revenue can be generated as well as no like capital can be no like standardized. And then spin-off. Spin-off is something, no, like a part of the business. So you consider the whole business, a part of the business is no like being completely no like demerged from the main business, completely demerged. So say it can be no like the company may be no like introducing new product line, or there may be many product line no for a particular product. So few product lines can be completely spinned off from the company, so it can be completely sold out to no like some other company. So sell off is something where the businesses or no like some core operations no like or some shares of the company completely sold out, and equity carve out is the shares are being no like uh, like introduced to the public, and no like you can no like make the public or other shareholders to know like buy shares of your company. They can be a shareholders of the company. So still no the I mean, still you have that no like shares in the company, so it doesn't go out. And then spin-off is something where no like you're completely demerging all the the core business activities completely. Whichever you want to demerge, you can no like demerge. For example, if you see that not a particular product line is not liked by the customers anymore in the market, so that is not going to work because no like customers has lost interest in that. You want to give something new for that particular product line, but you're not in the situation to know like to heavily invest on the enhancement of the product. So in that case, you don't have to know take risk by like accepting more liability, and no like and then no like funding for that particular product, enhancing the product, and then no like marketing and selling the product. So you don't have to take that risk by that time if you're no like not confident about it. So what you can do is that particular product or product line can be completely sold. That is called spin. So other methods you have no corporate splits and tracking stocks. So corporate splits are no like more or less like spin-off. So spin-off you have no like major spin-off and minor spin-off. That is majority of the business processes is being no like sold out. It's called major spin-off, and only few business processes or few business flow is being like sold out. That is called minority or minor spin-off. Corporate split is like completely different, where you're asking your competitors or like some other like new startups to take up your few of your business activities. So you're completely splitting up the whole corporate processes. Like sometimes in this case you have to even give out, that is like split out few employees from your company. So few employees you may have to like give out to the like who the I mean for like the new startups, or to like other companies who are ready to buy your splits. For example, you might have heard about angel investors and high net worth individuals. So what these people do is, so if they like a startup, if they like a business idea, whoever is like coming up with a business idea, so these people like already have enough money. That is like they are like well enough, like wealthy, and they may be like going for a restructuring process. They want to do something like different, so they want to invest in like new startups and new ideas. So if they like an idea, what they will do is they will invest in that idea, and not part of their business operations will be like transferred to them. It would be split and like given to them. And the person who has bought the idea, that who has got the idea, can like make use of these resources, that is the money as well as the technology plus the manpower, which is provided by these angel investors or high net worth individuals. So they can like work out something new. And then we have like tracking stocks. So tracking stocks is like tracking the each and every stock of the company. So whichever is doing good, you can keep that stock, and whichever is not worth or not doing good, you can just like dispose it off or sell them, to avoid any like huge damage being happening in the future. So these are the ways like an organization can like go for diversitude structures. Like, so what happens if an organization follows any one of these strategies or any one of these ways? So the burden of handling the overall operations while restructuring, like that gets decreased. So unwanted, processes, or unwanted, not so performing departments, or not so performing group of people or an individual. So, and not so performing projects, no. So it can be, like slowly, it can be, like moved out of the organization. So in the form of any of these things. So consequently, majority owned subsidiaries become wholly owned subsidiaries when no like corporate splits are happening, or no spin-off is happening. So in any of these activities, the majority owned subsidiaries, like it becomes the wholly owned subsidiaries by the people, like who has bought it. For example, if a shareholder is having like 20% share in the company, and the company is like announcing for like an equity carve out. Now that particular shareholders is interested in like owning like 40% more in the company. So now the company is ready to like give 40% more shares. So now that individual shareholder, so now that person is having around 60% share in the particular organization. So he becomes not like the wholly owned, no, the majority owned subsidiary. And when like after the restructuring has happened, in most of the cases, companies would be like doing good, because something has like happened new. So companies usually like they would do good. Like they can they will start meeting the profits, and like many business ideas or many business processes will be like started, and new product lines would be like introduced. So business will be like it starts flourishing. So in this particular stage, this majority owned subsidiaries, like majority owned shareholders, like what happened, they get more profit, because like they own the most of the shares. So they get more profit, and they were ready to buy the remaining shares as well. So in this case, the majority shareholders, they will become the wholly owned shareholders. They will become the, the main investor or the capitalist of the company. And not last but not least, joint venture. Yes, this can be used as a means of acquiring or exiting a business in two stages. First stage, parent company and its partner company create a joint venture company. And in the second stage, parent company sells its remaining shares in the joint venture to the partner after a certain period of time. So in these two stages, or in these, any of these two processes, joint venture can be done. And to achieve value building growth, companies must develop and maintain balanced business portfolio. So this point we have already seen, that when restructuring happening, it's really good, and it's actually good for the company to have a better portfolio, showcase their portfolio to the industry, portfolio to their competitors or their industries, to the customers, to everyone. Because so this gives company a reputation in the industry. So though there will be talks like something is happening within the company, so they are planning to change something in the company. So few layoffs has happened. So we will be hearing something which is happening in the industry about a particular company. But actually what happens is, so they are coming up with something good. So in this time period, when they are maintaining good portfolio, that is they show up that some positive things are happening. So that would be an advantage. And divestitures of underperforming and non-core businesses can often release tied up resources and thus can create capacity of growth. So these two cornerstones or successful divestitures are deliberate use of interim solutions to an eventual exit. So what happens when the company is deciding to exit? Actually, that is they are exiting from all the operations. This is also a kind of restructuring. So when this will happen is, if the core team of the business, the C team, that is CEO, COO, CFO, everyone, or the president or vice president, or the shareholders, who have most of the shares of the company. So if the core team, that is not the top C team, uh, it requires everything to be changed for that matter. That is, the core team itself has to be completely restructured. So or otherwise the company has come up with they have a product which is now not required by the market anymore. Now the company cannot go on with a new product because of unavailability of cost, finances, or unavailability of technology, or they are not ready to embrace the new technology, or unavailability of that particular machinery which can manufacture or produce that enhanced product. So in any of these cases, even exit is a good opportunity or an option to be considered while going for restructuring. So then what will happen to the C category people? So what will happen to them? So now it's they've completely lost everything. They have not given up the businesses. It's not kind of a loss. To avoid a heavy loss, they are voluntarily they are backing off from the business. So instead of a loss of 75% or 100%, now if they are exiting the business, the loss would be only around 20 to 30%. So that's a good option, right? Like uh, for any top level people. So for these reasons, exit is also a good option. So laying the groundwork for creating a standalone entity. So either exit or so make it the organization as a standalone entity. Here, what happens if the shareholders they are always kind of pestering. They want to completely change everything, and nothing is working out. So something is the shareholders they join as a team completely against the the CEO of the company, or what happens in this Sam Altman case. So the shareholders decided not to have Sam Altman, no, like anymore in the company in OpenAI. So, but again, no, like Sam Altman was no like taken again. So like these scenarios, no, like what happens? The shareholders, no, they don't agree upon the CEO's, like uh, their solutions or their, no, like their decisions. So in these cases, it is better for the company to if the CEO holds the majority of the shares. Okay, so in this case, or if the if the CEO is not the owner of the company, CEO is appointed by the actual owner of the company or by the shareholders, and like the employees of the company or the main or the business owner supports the CEO that that the CEO should stay in the company or the president should stay in the company, and shareholders can be like slowly they can be like made to exit by like asking them to voluntarily go out of the organization. They can get their shares, whatever percentage they have invested in equity, so that that money they can get it and they can be asked to leave the company. So now the company stands as a a standalone entity. So either exit or the company can become a standalone entity. So exit option, you're exiting everything to avoid a huge loss in the future. You're foreseeing a huge loss in the future. To avoid that huge loss, you are now exiting right now so that your loss is minimized. And to become a standalone entity, but you feel that like you foresee some opportunity in that industry or in that field, and you strongly believe that like this plan will work out or this product will work out, but the shareholders are completely against you or the like the C level. So in that case, the shareholders can be asked to quit the company. That is, quit the organization. They can take back their don't know like whatever equity percentage they hold in the company, they can take it back. So the methodology of restructuring is basically based on strategic planning process. So there are three phases in going for a restructuring process. Not exactly three, there are many phases, but like all the phases we can categorize under three categories. The first one being the diagnostic phase. That is it's a diagnosis of the company through strategic appraisal and due diligence. That is finance, operational, macro environmental, legal. So completely diagnose each and everything. So analyze where you need the restructuring and don't disturb any project or activity or a group of people or a department or a team which doesn't require restructuring. So don't go for that. So if you're planning for a restructuring in one department, don't execute like the same to all the departments. Don't confuse everyone. Just carry out the plan only in that particular department or that particular plan, project or that particular team. And don't disturb the other activities or other people in the organization. So diagnose where the restructuring is required and whether it is to be financial or whether it is to be operational, or you're like focusing on macro environment, like restructuring macro environment in the sense just with whom the company is dealing with. For example, if you're not dealing with like distribution channels for like distributing your products to the customers, if you're dealing with the wholesalers for distribution or with the retailers for distribution, so change it. Like change only the distribution channels. Okay, don't disturb any other thing. So there's macro environment and legal sometimes. And legal in the sense, what can be taken as an example is uh, you're like following some you're getting licenses for your products or getting the appropriate certificates for manufacturing of your product or like selling your product or advertising your product for whatever reason. Okay, so something like you are getting a legal approval of like dealing with your product. So if like the sometimes the legal regulations may change. In that case like you have to change everything from your point of view as well. There's like from on your product or the way you sell or Sometimes, there may be legal issues when you're using few statements while advertising your product, so that is has to be like banned. And you might have spent so much of money in advertising that product through like media, but there may be a like legal notice like against you, litigation against you, that you shouldn't use this particular word or this particular logo or particular statement or whatever, okay, whatever for that matter. So in this case, you have to know like whatever you have invested in advertisement, like that is gone. You have to like retake the advertisement, or you can edit that particular part and release the advertisement. That is no whatever advertisement, in the sense if it is a video advertisement or a still advertisement, whatever. You have to like make those changes. So understand, diagnose where that restructuring process is required. So wherever it is required, concentrate on only that project or no team or no like individual or the business process. Don't disturb the other teams, other departments. Then is the planning phase. So preparation of the strategic improvement plan by defining corporate objectives and strategies. So plan, that is planning in the sense when the restructuring should happen. Now you have decided like what type of restructuring should happen like in your organization, or your top management has like announced or like given you the communication about the restructuring. Now, planning phase includes like when to start. Before the restructuring, any preliminary changes has to be made. There is no you're laying like a background, like a basement. That is not a basement kind of a thing. So that like when you start off with the actual restructuring, like people don't get shocked in your organization. So to maintain that, like you have to plan. Okay, so how it has to start, and what is the end date? So does it require any like cost factor? If yes, like how much is like the company is supposed to like spend on that process, and whom to be like targeted. That is who is the beneficiary here, and who is the like who is at loss here. So for example, if you're changing the like if you're planning to change the machinery in your production line, so the existing employees has to learn about know how to operate the new machinery. So in this case, you have to know like train them, upskill them with those resources and technology, so that they can understand how this can happen. If you are failing to do that, what happens? They get confused. They don't understand how this new machinery technology works. They quit, and again it's a loss to the company. When restructuring is happening, when like people are quitting from the organization, that's a bad signal. You're voluntarily sending the laying off the employees, that's fine when restructuring is happening, but when employees are quitting from the organization, that's a very very bad sign. Actually, when Sam Altman was fired, many of the staffs, that is many of the employees, from OpenAI, they have resigned from the company and they quit the company. So that was a like shock to the shareholders. So that was the only reason why they took Sam Altman like again into the company. So they didn't expect this like to happen. So plan everything. So to say, add start date, end date, and like who will be benefited, who will be at loss. So if you feel that like this particular team or project or an individual may face or will face a loss because of this restructuring, so communicate with them in advance. So let them know for what purpose like this is being done, and make them understand this is for company's benefit and their benefit as well. And you can assure them like if you are planning to like keep that employee or group of employees in the company, so you can assure them like once the restructuring phase is done, they will be getting like uh, goods hike up or whatever. Okay? But if you're planning to send those people, that is lay off those people, like ethical, like make the communication process in an ethical way. The exit process should be in a very ethical way. And then the third stage is like implementation phase. Mr. Tuhar, can you please mute your audio? Mr. Mohammed Tuhar, please mute your audio. So next one is implementation phase, where restructuring, including monitoring of progress and revisions of the previous phase. That is, once we have started implementing, that is no like, okay, give me a second. Let me, okay, he's gone. Okay, fine. So implementation phases, like once the restructuring has started happening in the organization, so go on with no a strict monitoring process. Okay, so check whether no like everything is going online and no like there is no deviation happening. And if you're identifying, finding out any deviation, stop the process there. Don't go on with the process. Stop the process there and no like uh, make the all the deviations, no like make the deviations, no like correct, take corrective measures then and there, and no like uh, that is educate the people, no like whoever is no like in that particular project or department, educate them, no like, see, this is how the deviation has happened because of this factor, so please don't repeat it again, because no like this will cost money, time, energy, and everything. So make them understand so that they won't repeat the mistake again. So like no like so let the implementation happen no like with strict monitoring and the revisions of the previous phases. So go on with the revisions. Don't just stick on to just something no so rigid. So see, restructuring can be no like taken in two different ways. There is no one is no a rigid way. There is no like you have already set up. No, this is how it has to be done. This is what has to be done. Whatever happens, there is no like there is no change. No like to be implemented. So only this thing is going to happen. Whatever is decided by the or whatever is approved by the top level people. That is the C level people. And you have some other no like another way of no dealing with the restructuring process, which is the agile way. Agile way is like you're going on with the process, you're no like finding a difficult situation, there is no like problem there, and no like and there is a deviation, so stop the process. So don't continue with the process, stop, halt, no like in that particular stage, and no like set the things correctly, and then no like then go on with the process. And if there is any change to be adapted in the restructuring process, so don't just go rigid. No, like adapt to the change, accept the change, get the approval from the top, is the C-level people, and then no, like go on with the process. So there are no like two ways you can no go on with the restructuring process. So these are the three stages. That is the major three stages. So under these stages, you have no like many sub stages that we can see later. So first one is diagnostic phase, the planning phase, and the implementation phase. So, important notice, okay, restructuring is more likely to be successful when management first understands the fundamental or business strategic problem. That is, understand the problem. And one more thing is, see, all companies don't go on with no like restructuring only when they identify a problem. So few companies, though things are going out in a no like a good manner, there is no problem at all. They are getting good profits. Their products are superb. Like everyone is liking their product. Everything is going good. They are making the stakeholders happy. Everything is happening good. Again, restructuring can happen. It is no like the idea of restructuring can no like happen in the minds of no the C-level people, because no like they want something new, they are bored with the conventional way of no running the business, or no like they want to adapt to no like something new, or they foresee the future and they see that no like after 5 or 10 years no this is going to be the trend, so why don't we no start changing ourselves from now itself. So in that way also restructuring may happen. And sometimes when young generation of people know like come into the C level, C level. When they join, when young generation they join, no, as no like CEOs or president or no like whatever CFOs or whatever, no like they feel no like they have to no like give something new to the company, give something new to the organization, and through that they have to give something to the society. So everything is for no like money value. There is no change in that. Nothing is going to be no like given as a free of cost from the organization. But again, so no like this can happen. And sometimes restructuring can happen, no, like in organizations where the C-level people think that no, like now it's okay, we have no like made enough profit, and like things are going on well, products are liked, and no enhancements are happening by the which is no like taken care by the departmental managers, or no like they have appointed CEOs, no like other CEOs, so they are not taking care of everything, but they want to leave their mark in the society. So they want to know like make an impression in the society, that is no they want to contribute something to the society, or no like they want to go on with something sustainable. Okay, so in these cases also restructuring may happen. For example, now like you might have noticed big organizations like Reliance and no like Microsoft, they have no like foundation. There is no like Microsoft Foundation, Melinda Gates Foundation. There is no like which is no like taken care by Miss Melinda Gates, who's the no like wife of Bill Gates, and uh, this Reliance Foundation, no, run by Nita Ambani, wife of like Mukesh Ambani. So they want to give something back to the society. So in that case, no, like restructuring can happen. There is no like few processes from the actual organization, and no like the revenue or the capital, no like it can be dispersed, or no like a part of the process or part of the employees. There is few of their employees, no, they may be shifted to this particular purpose. So in this way also restructuring may happen. So the decisions that management will have to take as a part of implementing a restructuring plan are critical to whether the restructuring succeeds or fails. It's like how you're carrying out the process. So the success or failure of the process, the overall process of restructuring depends on how we are taking up the process. So how we are like handling the process, and or like monitoring the process, like, and like identifying the deviations and taking corrective measures. So most of the cases restructuring like it works out. So very, very hardly, like one or two, maybe, like for one or two reasons, it may be failed, like because of, like, because why it's failing? Because, like there may be no monitoring, or there may be no, like, proper forecast wouldn't have been done by the, like, top officials in the company. So if these things are failing, then the total restructuring process will also fail. Okay. So this is the restructuring chart. There are many, like sub processor, or sub stages. Okay, so first is diagnostic stage. So here you have to like go through, or like make sure with like whether it's financial, or like legal, management, or operational structuring has to happen, or macro environment structuring has to happen. Do a SWOT analysis, then move on to the planning phase. Then here, strategic planning, tactical planning, and like operational planning, everything will happen. So strategic planning, you have to focus on whether to go on with the same corporate objectives, or you want to change few corporate objectives. And mission vision statements, or mission vision, factors, so can also be like reconsidered. Then corporate strategy. So what strategy you're like in right now, and what strategy you want to like take up. And then tactical planning includes like objectives and strategies in finance, operations, and marketing. So where the tactical like things has to work out, it is a decision making thing. Then finally, implementation stage, where the restructuring plan would be like executed, implemented, and like revised sometimes. So here, the overall process, either you can go with the rigid restructuring process, or you can take up the agile restructuring process. That is business remodel. You can say it in different ways: restructuring, business remodeling, or like new business implementation, whatever, corporate remodeling. So these are the few, like words used, terms used for restructuring. Okay. So measuring the results. So how you're like as a C-level employee, or as a like departmental head, how you are going to measure your results. So you have like uh, two performance standards to measure. One is market performance, and the next one is accounting performance. So market performance is no like something, no like what do you say, like you have to understand where you have reached in the industry, because of after the restructuring is over, where you have reached. There is no like whether you have achieved the objective of restructuring, whether the goal is met, and how, now after the restructuring, how your stakeholders see you or see your organization. And accounting performance is no like everything in terms of money. So money matter, that's cost effective. So whether no like after restructuring, or the profits are no like gaining up, is the company, has the company like come out of the loss, and or things are working out, were you able to pay the salaries and wages to your employees, like on a monthly basis, or not preferred, I mean within the time limit, and all the liabilities has been like paid off also. So in money value you have to see whether this restructuring is has paid something good to your organization. So, market performances, this standard addresses the stock price of the organization following the restructuring. So, a goodwill, no, like for an organization, no, like in the industry, in the minds of the stakeholders, will obviously increase the stock price. That is the share value of the organization. The changes can be directly attributed to restructuring action or short-term indicators of how the restructuring has affected the organization performance. So, by building a better portfolio, by giving out a new product, or no, giving something new enhancement in your product or service, and no like you're rearranging something, and you have no like come up with no something new, bigger than the previous one, and something new. So this will increase the no goodwill for your organization. So in the industry as well as no like in the stakeholders' mind, and obviously your company's value. So that will increase, your share values will increase, your company's goodwill and respect, that will increase. So your company's portfolio will be excellent. It would be very excellent in the industry. So everything, not only in the industry, even to the government, you would be something new, better performing organization. So who has come out come out of a loss, or who has avoided the loss, and who has come out something new. And accounting performance, we have two things to consider, to measure. One is ROI, return on investment, and the other one is ROE, return on equity. So this has to be considered. So how much is your return on investment? So how much the company has generated the revenue? How much it has gained the profit? So this will not happen immediately after the restructuring. It would take some time. So for few companies, it may take a year. For few, it may take another 2 to 3 years, and for few companies, it may take 5 to 10 years. You have to wait. There is no other way. So return on investment. So based on that, you can clearly say if it is a positive factor. So it means the restructuring process has something done really good for the organization. But if the return of investment is very low, so something has to be reconsidered again. So again, review whole process, review what you have done. So from the starting point till the end point. So if you have missed out something, so identify that missing part or the missing operation. So try to go on with that particular operation or no particular process or workflow. And because another restructuring is not possible consecutively by any organization. uh, Sometimes restructuring can happen as a continue on a continuous basis for few organizations. They keep on changing the strategic goals, and they keep on changing the objectives, and they may keep on changing the processes. Processes sometimes they keep on changing, because they are very agile, very much adaptive to the external environment. So they keep on changing themselves. Okay, so they keep on restructuring the whole organization or the processes. So once they are done with like the production department, so they will then concentrate on the like the financial department. So once that is done, they will concentrate on the like the other department, HR department, or any other department for that matter. So they keep on doing this, like it will be like a loop. Once everything is done, so once the restructuring is done in all the departments, they will start once again from like again they will like start again from the sales and marketing department. So this will happen. So the effect of restructuring will not show up immediately for an organization. Very few cases at the during the process of the restructuring. So things may like show something good. The few things will be like in a positive manner. So we can understand, as an organizational employee, we can understand, okay, so something is like whatever is happening in the company, it is like it has started giving the results. But the overall operational restructuring, it would take some time. So things will not happen immediately. So return on investment is one important factor. And then you have like return on equity. So return on equity should also be like very good, because you have to make your shareholders happy. If your shareholders are not happy with the like return on equity, then there is like no like there is no point of like carrying out the restructuring, because they may be like holding the minimum percentage of shares or maximum percentage of shares, that doesn't matter. But even the minimum shareholders, like you have to make them understand, or you have to make them happy, by showing like good returns on equity, so that they can invest more in your organization, or they can like make other investors like invest in your organization. So in those both ways, in these both factors, you can measure. There is no return on investment and return on equity. You can measure. So whether your restructuring process has paid you good, to your organization, or to particular process or department, or to your product or whatever. Okay. So next one is sell off. Okay, we have 5 more minutes, no problem. I can like quickly say. So in detail, like about sell off, spin off, and equity carve out, we can see in the next session. So I can just give you a like overview of what is sell off. Sell off, as we have already seen, it is like parent company, that is sale of sale of business or subsidiary of the parent company to another firm outside the group. That is completely outside the group. There may be group of organizations. There is like they operate under one brand or one business model. So you're not selling the part of your operations to another company within the same group. It is no within the same brand. You're not selling it to somebody outside the group. There is somebody outside the organization. So generally resulting in the payment of cash to the parent. So what they will do is, whoever is buying the the process or the part of the businesses, so they will be like paying the parent company in cash. So in theory, sell-offs are the least complex of restructuring, and acquirers can usually be divided into two groups: strategic buyers and financial buyers. So strategic buyers you're interested in acquiring a business for strategic purposes. So what these purposes are: increasing market share, or increasing the value of the company, or gaining more goodwill in the industry, so creating economies of scale, or exploiting the synergies, or like making use of the like maximum resource utilization. For any of these things, for strategic plan or strategic reasons, like buyers can buy these sell-offs. That is the part of the business process. And in contrast, financial buyers are those who are interested in acquiring a business to secure a financial return. So they will see what financial return I will get by acquiring this part of business from this company. So they will like just focus on the financial returns. So if they feel okay, so buying these particular this process from this company, so like I'll be gained. So I can know like generate more revenue, or no like I can get something no like I can get back no as no in monetary terms. If they feel in that way, so they can also buy your organization's business. That is part of your businesses. So buyout firms raise funds in order to be able to take equity stakes in companies through funding and assisting with management buyouts and leveraged buyouts. So there are two things, the MBOs and no like LBOs. Management buyouts is the management, that is the core management team, no like, so that can be no like bought out. You can no like buy part of the core business team, or leveraged buyouts, no like the other businesses or other processes or other departments, no, so that can be bought. So there are no like two buyouts. So buyout firms generally focus on established companies with potential to grow after transformation. And one second, sorry. Okay, so non-core divisions and subsidiaries of large public companies are their typical targets. So these buyout firms, no, they will be no like keenly looking for no like large public companies, because no like large public companies no have the opportunity to no like sell off no like few operations, because they cannot handle the whole operations during the restructuring process. That's no extensive process, no, like because they are the large public companies, they might be having no like many office setups, and many processes will be going on, and there will be no like huge number of employees in the organization. So in those cases, no like a part of the business no can be sold off. Sometimes no like in public companies, the employees may know like stand against these seller. For example, Indian Railways, part of their operations no has been no like they have sold off, or no like they have leased out to private agencies. So initially there was no like agitations by the like railway employees that no like this shouldn't happen. So it should be like a public. This is a government thing. It cannot be like given to a private company. So this is not possible, because but to have a good customer experience, because we know how like usually railway, like railways in like developing countries or underdeveloping countries, like they operate. So what kind of service like they provide to the people, like they look for the levels of people. So high level people, they are treated differently, and like the other levels of people, they will be like treated differently, while taking up the transportation. So these transportation companies, like they have those like they see like these discriminaries. So to avoid these things, like the government has decided, like I mean the railway authorities have decided to like sell off, or like lease out few of their operations to private companies. And it has been done, actually it has been like implemented. So if you see Indian Railways, you can see in major cities, I mean all the railway stations of major cities, the dormitory or the retiring room is like completely maintained by the private staff. It has been outsourced. Now people have like people are satisfied, people are happy about it. Is the passengers or who utilize that particular service or happy about the amenities provided by the retiring staff or the retiring room. Whatever they are getting in the retiring room, they get like tea, coffee, everything, like everything, they cannot get it there from the they cannot get it from the comfort of sitting inside the retiring rooms, railway retiring rooms. It is no like AC operated, it is no like completely air conditioned. So the value they give, the money they pay, like they are getting some value in return. Other than making use of the transportation vehicle, they are getting back some value. So, and again, at like lesser cost. Maximum we have to pay like around 50 or 60 rupees for utilizing that retiring. So it's obviously economical. So initially, there may be like agitations, employees may be restricting, they may like threaten the organization, threaten the top level, no, like they will leave their organizations, no, as bulk and everything. But no, like things has to be communicated in the way that they can understand, and they have to be, like they have to understand that no, like there is no other option but to go with the sell off, so as to like save the company's reputation. So let's stop here. So if you have any doubts, you can like stay back and ask. So the remaining equity carve outs and everything we can see in the next session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, ma'am.